Hello, Edward here, and this is our retro radio podcast in which we take old classic head episodes from the time before my brother Roy was introduced, and probably even before the time we actually had decent working microphones. Classic podcasts, such as the one you're about to hear right now, has to do with...
Today we're going to talk about terraforming. It sounds a little boring, but I'm going to throw in some anime references like Cowboy Bebop and Outlaw Star in there. Also a little bit of the whole animal fusion things. Okay, so basically, in your own opinion, how would the future would be for us once like the Earth becomes uninhabitable for humans? Edward?
I say we're screwed. I mean, the whole topic is terraforming, obviously, but are you asking the question what's going to happen when it dies, and they already have something terraformed, or?
Oh, okay, but how about say how you know space is the final frontier and all that, in the whole like scenario of like say maybe Cowboy Bebop, how would we like live on other planets? How would like terraform it so it would be habitable for us?
Well, I assume going off of cartoon shows, they're gonna have big domes with breathable atmosphere in it. Like, there was a movie that was based off an old book called Red Planet. I think it was called. It's something about Mars. And I think they lived in little domes that had atmosphere in it, and when they went outside, they had to wear suits.
Kind of reminds me of Total Recall.
Yeah, pretty much. They also had these weird... I don't know how to describe them. It's hard to remember what they look like. But to the best of my ability, they had... I think they had like 3 eyes and fur and like weird tentacles. That's always fun.
Tentacles are always fun.
Okay, so Jared, your opinion?
I think it'll be something like the dome thing. If not, it'll be something like what's called Total Recall, where they stick like weird rods into the earth and it melts the ice and creates an
It was Mars.
Mars?
Yeah.
Was it Mars?
Mars.
Yeah,
like,
so
how would the core on Earth will freeze?
No, it was stick bars into the earth of Mars.
Well,
it was the core of Mars, the molten core of Mars, since it was away from the...
No, they found out that most of it was ice. And they
yeah,
melted it with
the core
rods.
froze.
Yeah, I know. And they melted it with some weird rods.
Well,
you
hold on. You call it greenhouse gas does do weird things. I mean... Yeah, I got nothing.
I wanted to sound intelligent for a second.
Well, let's see. In my opinion, though, like it will at first be like the domes. In a way, we'll first start with Mars. We'll do a little dome thing, and then later on, though, once we have the technology, we'll actually make Mars inhabitable again. And yes, I said again because it was once inhabitable with trees and water.
Oh! Maybe they make an entire dome around the planet, and then just kind of like. You know how the airlocks are where they can like pump oxygen?
You know what I want it to be like?
They could do that and suck all the not. I don't even know how you would suck not oxygen. That doesn't make any sense. They could pump oxygen in and create a sort of shell of atmosphere to get like trees and shit growing. And then once it's completely terraformed, just remove the shell.
Slowly, I hope. And
well, let's test it. They rip off a piece of the outside and goes... Okay, closer. There's like little children floating down space. And then for some reason the pig carcass.
All right, then. So basically, also.
No, I wanted like Stargate, right? When they send robots into other planets to check the atmosphere, that'd be awesome.
Well, they're obviously gonna do that.
That way, it'd be simpler just to move to another planet.
Okay, so basically, in a way, with this in mind, though, do you think other planets will be when they get the terraform, will they be inhabitable, like Mars and Jupiter and Venus?
When we get to other planets? Hopefully, yeah.
Jupiter doesn't seem inhabitable. Isn't that the planet where it always has like a storm going on? It's got the red
swell. Oh, yeah.
Swell.
Well,
the moon around it, they said, is pretty inhabitable because it has frozen water or something.
Well, yeah, also, Mars also has blocks of water as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think we'll start with Mars first, because Mars is like the
closest.
Yeah.
Because it's going to take several years to get to Jupiter.
And more years to get to the asteroid Pluto, the planet. That's
scary.
And okay, so basically now for the flora and fauna of the future. The evolution of
animals and plants on the planet.
Oh,
once it's terraformed.
That's what I said!
Well, I guess it would all depend on the oxygen content, because I was watching something a while back about prehistoric creatures, and they said ants were like maybe 5-10 times their original size because of the oxygen in the atmosphere. It was more rich or something. And that as the oxygen levels went down, the bugs became smaller and smaller.
Oh yeah, because I remember like back then, the prehistoric times, like I saw a video during my science class in middle school, saying like there's some sort of fish, like that actually breathes water. I mean, not breathes air.
I thought you were going to say fire next.
That not breathes air.
They breathe water. I mean fire. Fuck, I mean air.
Yeah, because it was
Fish that breathes.
It was like back then. Also, I saw that again with the teacher. But apparently, we sent probes to Earth that we left a long time ago, and you see like the evolution of animals in there. Like remember, remember the Manowar War? How like a colony of
the future is wild, right?
Yeah, I think so. Like, remember the Manowar War, right? The kind of jellyfish.
It became a colony with the little spider things and the sails on top of it and shit.
Yeah, it became a colony of many the jellyfish. But the Manowar was just one jellyfish living with other organisms. This one's like an upgrade version of that. And I also like it though. I also like it though, like how this new one, after it went through a whole entire storm, it is able to regenerate to its full form again.
There was one similar to that where it was a hypothetical thing, and they sent these probes to a planet that had not been inhabited, but they were checking out all these like crazy evolution things. Like it was like a really fast creature, but it had only 2 legs, but it looked like the legs were fused into one, and it ran really fast. And I think they had, at one point, there was a creature that was similar to humans, where it evolved to the point where it was sort of like encountering humans. They were like giant floating brains and stuff, and when the probes had encountered it, the things were like trying to figure out what it was, and then they thought it was hostile, so they started stabbing it with sticks.
This kind of runs the features well thing. How like remember how mammals? Okay, basically everything else evolved except for mammals. Mammals are reduced to a little shrew.
Well, yeah, mammals rarely evolved. I mean, in the time of the dinosaurs, all we had to look forward to were monkeys and shrews. Things that lived underground and stuff and ate eggs.
Until they all died out, and then we took over. And the thing is, like my teacher said, we're basically at the top of the food chain
right now.
And once we're off the food chain, we're basically knocked off for good.
Yeah.
And all right then. So I guess that's it for now. And maybe we'll talk about this later on if we get more interested. So the next one join us next time. We'll talk about cars. Let's shout out before you go to cars. Okay. See you next time.